Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Got a little perseverance for us. Help us through our day. We'll get right into the read. Spirit, what is it that you would like the collective to know at this time, please? Jumped right out of there, didn't it? Two of Pentacles in the upright. So there's some balancing, some decisions being made. Oops. Challenged by Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Somebody's weighing their options and they're challenged by a parent, perhaps, who holds the purse strings. In the subconscious, we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's accepting themselves and they're breaking free. They're gaining their freedom. They're seeing things from a new perspective and releasing negative thoughts. In the recent past, we've got the Ace of Pentacles on the upright. So this is a new adventure, a new opportunity for manifestation. And it's an abundant new venture, full of prosperity, intentions and expectations. The world. So this is the completion of a cycle. It's a celebration of life, and it's a new beginning. In the near future, we've got difficult decisions. We got a Two of Swords in the upright and a Four of Swords in the upright. Somebody's making difficult decisions. They have to make a choice. They're planning for the future. It looks like they're choosing they're choosing to renew a renewal. But they have to make difficult decisions. And that's what's being made right here with this Two of Pentacles in the upright being challenged by this parent. It's like they're making their own choice. And the lens that's being looked through is the Empress in the upright. All four queens, an abundant feminine who is about good parenting. In the environment, the Lovers. Love and harmony. The power and strength of two together in union. A deep love. Hopes and fears. We've got the Devil reversed. Releasing limiting beliefs. Restoring control. Freedom. It looks like the the theme of this read is freedom and abundant opportunity. Making tough choices. And the results here, the outcome, we've got the Four of Cups in the upright. So somebody is meditating, and perhaps they have disconnected themselves from, this could be part of those tough decisions that are having to be made. leaving things behind, leaving people behind, not taking the offers that they're presenting. And the sun. So you've got lots of, this is a rebirth. It's a time of vitality and joy. Judgment has been called. Two of Pentacles, martyring themselves. They have to give something up. They're challenged by this Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Challenged by shine. There's this Two of Pentacles balancing some decisions, juggling priorities. They've got martyring something on the mind. They're challenged by this shiny Queen of Pentacles. They're angry, maybe. They've got self-limiting beliefs. They might be seeing things through a new perspective. Which got the Ace of Pentacles in the recent past. And somebody's bringing conflict regarding that. There's conflict around that. Somebody wants to fight about your Ace of Pentacles. Somebody wants to fight you for your new career or your new opportunity. You've got a celebration of life here. You are whole. You are balanced within the positive and the negative, within the light and the dark. And you're innocent. You're innocent. Look at this. You're innocent, and they're bringing drama to you. This person, they see you in an ace, in your Ace of Pentacles, and they want to bring conflict to you with the intention of bringing drama to your new cycle. You're an innocent, you've got this new cycle, and they want to bring drama to you so bad. They don't want you to have peace. They don't want you to have peace. So there's difficult decisions that have to be made in regard to love. Making plans for the future. Somebody's vain. Those who are vain, they're making difficult decisions. They're stagnated. They got to make some choices. They know that this Four of Swords here, they want renewal. They want renewal. They want to be pretty. And they're eyeballing this empress here, who's innocent, who's just come into this new cycle. They want to martyr this empress. She's shining and she's got financial security. She survived their crap. She survived their crap. She's innocent. And she has closed out a cycle. She's entered a new cycle. This is the completion. She survived their crap, their drama, their conflict. The lovers are here. And there's a wise guy also in the environment. The lovers are here in the environment, and there's a wise guy here. Devilish energy. They don't have a will. They want their freedom. They want to restore their control over this love relationship, These wise guys are right here, man. They want their control over love. They want to be able to say who gets to have love and how much of it they get. They pretend to be others. And they do stuff, and then they send messages about it to the home base. They're like, look, like they wear masks, and then they do atrocious things because they're wise guys, and then they blame it on the lovers. It's a setup. It looks like they might be getting disconnected. They're being disconnected from the home front. They don't want what's being offered. They want what they want, and the home is saying, look, you get this. And they're like, I don't want that. But we got the sun here. Judgment is being called. In the here and now. Here and now. Act of love twice. Here and now. As is. You are seen as is a peaceful person who withstood an atrocious amount of challenge. That these ones using the Ouija board tried to destroy your peace. This explorer wanted your leadership role. This explorer is somebody who isn't even part of that system which grants people leadership roles. This explorer is a parasite, like a traveling visitor from another time, another place, and they wanted to insert themselves into this leadership role and gain control over this new cycle. They traveled. That's a traveler from a different timeline or a different space. And they were targeting the creators who took care of themselves. This was an in-depth plan. And they didn't do a damn thing, and they were spied upon hard. These people who wanted to be important, or they were spying on people who were important, who are important, and they were trying to steal their compass, their bodies. This chicken was body snatching people and stealing their divine inheritance, their character, their personality, their identity. They wanted to be you because you are a person of privilege. They've been body fucking snatching people. People who are of service and out of self-preservation, out of the need to preserve self from these players. It looks like there's a prophecy in play. And these ancestors who were busy playing around with the divine beings, there's a backstory here, and they are receiving forgiveness for their faith. They are faithful. They handled themselves perfectly within this competition. They didn't fight back. They didn't lower their vibration. They didn't get nasty, dirty, and use the tools of the devil. They remained true to the Most High. They brought attention to this situation. Those who were bringing conflict were expecting to fill this seat. They were expecting to haunt the divine unions, the evermores. They were expecting to put them in a very bad place, this divine union. And they knew exactly what they were doing. They were taught. And it could be that this person's own family did it, their own tribe, trying to get into the limelight. They wanted you invisible, and they wanted you to be constantly fighting and in a state of hardship. What a garbage family. But you remained optimistic, and your identity, like, people know who you are in the spirit. You might not know who you are. You're just a happy person, but people in the spirit might remember who you are. Like, they may know who you are. This snake thought it was freaking funny to come against you. Him and his whole tribe of family. They wanted the promise that belonged to the wholesome people, to this wholesome person. This strong as shit. This strong as heaven. The highest. I mean, she's like here, and she withstood it all, and she was innocent during this whole time, and she probably had no idea what was happening. She didn't know how to fight. She only knew how to survive. Wild, man. Wild. They wanted her purpose. She's here for a specific purpose, and they wanted to change that. They wanted this person, this religious, they were spying on her, and they wanted to change her destiny because they wanted the spiritual throne that belongs to those who are of love. So they tried to put her in hell, in a mental imprisonment of suffering and shame, because this is her seat. She's a teacher. She's a creator. And it's time for her to have her seat here. She's a sovereign being, and she may have had an absent father, or maybe her actual father isn't here in the seen realms. Maybe her actual father is in another space entirely. Maybe she's a reincarnation of somebody special, somebody who is very sovereign. And this snake, they knew who she was, and they buried her hard. And justice is going to be served on those who are spying, on those who are limiting her perceptions. They're defending her, and they're disconnecting those people who have been driving her life into a state of misery, who have been seeing this arcana, this high-level spiritual being, as an object, as nothing more than a source of light and energy. And these puppet masters are going to hit, they're going into the grave. This is their end. You remained conscientious. You smiled throughout it all. You were happy. And these ones, they labored hard against you. And they're addictive. They got all kinds of dark, shady habits, and they're like really poor mental conditions. And the visitors, the home front, they've come and they're toasting you. They're cheering you on. It's like, good job. You did well. And now you're going to get some things. Not a lot of things, but you're going to get some things. Well done. Well done, you sunny person, you. Well done. This witch martyred themselves. They're angry. They have self-limiting beliefs. They're not high honor. They're not high honor. This Queen of Pentacles shines. She's a shiny being. She's a privileged lady. This witch is stuck in some self-limiting beliefs. They want this great fortune. They want their freedom. They're going after it. They want it. They brought conflict regarding this Ace of Pentacles. They were fighting over it. They so the Most High is like doling out rewards for people's endeavor to live according to their own expression. So rewards are coming out, and these people, they're like these witches, they're fighting for your reward. They want to martyr you for your reward. They're spitting on the Most High and saying your prize doesn't go there, it goes here. They don't want anybody to see them as a thief. The thief doesn't get the Ace of Pentacles. All they get is conflict. They brought drama to this innocent, to this child-like individual, just sweetness. Sweetness. This sweet, innocent person, they brought tons of drama to her to try to stop her ability to have this loving union. They worked hard to steal her pathway. They worked hard to slander her name and destroy her character and make it so the Most High would see her as unworthy of this role. She suffered tremendously because of envious people who were jealous over her shine, over her light. They are facing poverty. These vain people are trying to balance stuff out. They want rest and relaxation, but what they're going to get is poverty. They're vain. They're trying to fight for this future, but what they're getting is poverty. They're a bunch of thieves, a bunch of crooks, a bunch of murderers. They were trying to put the light of the divine in very dark places of suffering and terror, so that they themselves would look brighter. And not only that, they were taking a portion of the light of these divine beings that they were putting in dark spaces of terror. They were taking a portion of it, dressing themselves up with it, and then they were sacrificing the rest of that light to their lowercase God, trapping these souls. That's what they were wanting to do with this privileged lady who is an empress, who survived. And she has a gift. Her gift is here. It's still here. She's here. She's a privileged lady. She survived. And she has her gift. They weren't able to stop it. This wise guy is here in the environment stalking these lovers. He's stalking them. He might have lost his wealth, and he might be in a real bad mental space. He wants to restore control. He wants his appearances back. He wants to be able to fill this role where people acknowledge his value. And he's getting a message. He's getting a message. There's sudden wealth here. The messenger is bringing a message about this sudden wealth. And in the outcome, we've got a Four of Cups, a disconnection from home. Somebody is disconnected from home. Somebody is disconnected from home. And there is some expectation here regarding a house. This mature woman is getting a message. This is over. It's over. She's under adjudication for the work that she did against this courtship. Yeah, it's in the courts right now. They did a lot of things in a family room regarding this main male. This mature man may even be an official person within the community who worked to steal this income for false people. They're getting a message of concern. There is a change in the works, and they are going to be in bad health. They can't stop thinking about these lovers and this child that they're going to have. They're going to go on a journey. They're very concerned over the distant horizons. They're in despair because they're facing imprisonment. This person who is not of high honor wanted to martyr this privileged lady. They were trying to work it out with this Two of Pentacles. They were trying to balance it out. They were trying to juggle it. They were trying to get it to work out. They're not of high honor. They wanted to martyr this privileged lady. They didn't want to be rejected. They didn't want to get rejected, and they needed her to pay their debt for their shady shit. They needed her to pay the debt for all of the shit that they've been doing and perpetrating upon the people, so that they could go home, so that they could be seen as pure and go home. They're challenged because she's a honest to goodness, shining, privileged lady who is reliable, trustworthy, and wise. And this witch, all they saw was her great fortune and her freedom. And they're in fright. They're in fright. They saw her freedom and her great fortune. This witch saw her freedom and her great fortune, and now they're in fright. They're like, shit, I need that. So this thief brought conflict in the recent past to her Ace of Pentacles, to her prosperity. Whatever it was, it's like maybe the thief was blocked, like maybe somebody came in and twacked them on the nose or something. They're suffering a loss. They're suffering a loss. And there is this Ace of Pentacles, this real estate. This thief isn't getting it. It's here. They wanted it. They brought conflict for it. Doing dark, shady stuff, but they're in sorrow. They're suffering a loss. They may have lost a pet. They were bringing drama to the innocent and stealing their inheritance. And they thought that they were going to do this to this privileged lady, this empress, this shining privileged lady, this empress who's got a great spiritual fortune, who's prosperous and innocent and loving and kind, and who has been working diligently to get on this pathway and to come into a true divine loving union. She has completed this cycle, and she's maintained her state of innocence. And they even though these guys have brought her nothing but drama, man. Like, what did they do? They wanted her to turn into this devil who was just gonna like, rawr, you know. They wanted her to have a nuttish attitude. They wanted her to look crazy. They wanted to put her life in so much turmoil that she would just not be able to hold emotional balance and mental balance, and that she would appear insane. They wanted her to look crazy. They're full of pride. They're probably very good at making people look crazy. They've mastered it. I can tell you, this is true. They've mastered the art of causing mental and emotional and energetic imbalance within the system. It's very difficult to get out of that. They're very good at it. So difficult decisions are being made right now. You're planning for your future. You've made merit. Coming into a promise. You survived. You're getting your gift. You're the empress. You survived when no one was there to help you. You did this on your own. You expanded from within yourself and you became the empress, and you helped yourself. You didn't have any help. You survived. I imagine you have help now. I'm certain you are seen at this point, without a doubt. So you got this wise guy here. He lost all of his wealth and he's stalking these lovers in the environment. Everybody sees it. He's stalking them. That one came right out too. So yeah, he's working out a strategy to try to bring stress to these relationships. He wants to bring stress to these divine unions. So he's trying to figure out how he can influence the energetic partnership of these unions. How can he break them up? How can he cause conflict within these unions? How can he restore the control that he has over the psyche and the ability to have loving union? He's a player. He knows how to play this game really well. He wants to restore control, but he may be in a state of resentment and he may feel powerless right now. He's got a message regarding this sudden wealth. And he's daydreaming about it. He's fantasizing about it. He's right here in the environment. He wants it. He needs to sabotage these love relationships. He's strategizing on it hard. And then we've got disconnection from the home front and an expectation of this coming to an end. This is coming to an end. This kind of shit that this wise guy has been perpetrating onto the citizenry is coming to an end. He has fallen to temptation. And so has all his friends. But you're having sweet dreams and you're triumphing over this situation. You lived and you learned how to love yourself throughout extreme adversity. You may even have friends now. They might be invisible, but you got friends, man. You got friends, okay? And you're doing just fine. You're coming into a beautiful relationship, and it's going to be abundant. You're going to have friends and vitality and the opportunity to do self-care things and have fun and just be at ease and happy. These third wheel relationships, we're doing a bunch of rituals against this loving family. They're a bunch of whores, and they did rituals to destroy divine union. That was their goal, was to have these divine unions lonely and separated with no love. But good news, they're expecting to be confined. They will be confined. This is over. This is over. Their fantasies regarding this marriage, they fell into their own damn trap. They tried to trap the people that were coming into these divine unions, and they tried to place them in very bad places. But because they remained calm, the robbery didn't happen, and now they have to compromise. They're like all their friends, all their little bedmates or whatever, they're pissed off now. They're like, wait, you told us, you promised us that we were going to get this vitality. You promised us that we were going to get the reward of this empress, privileged lady. We were going to get this good, shiny seat of authority if we made her suffer enough. And now they're trying to apologize to her alliances. But they're getting separated, and they're going to be experiencing a death or an ending, whatever. Homelessness, because they're nothing more than little puppets. They're nothing more than little puppets. They have aligned themselves and committed themselves to somebody other than the Most High, who is doling out this great fortune onto these divine unions. Oh yes, you're going to relax and you're going to have a nice life. You persevered. Through all of the accidents that they sent your way, you were able to persevere through them. You were ready, and now you're ready. You're ready, but these ones, oh my gosh, these ones, they bullied you, and but all their curses are backfiring, and they're going to be experiencing a lot of mental disturbances. Everything's being returned to them. Everything that you may have suffered through. You can be certain that everything that nearly cost you your soul is being returned to these people. And they have to now deal with it. And as difficult as it was for you, it's going to be more challenging for them because the level of severity will be increased. There's interest accrued for the amount of time that you suffered and the amount of scarcity and limitation that had been applied to your particular life when you deserve this. This is what the Most High has for you. This is what He had for you. This was yours, and they took it from you. Once it appears like they took it from you once already officially, and this is the next cycle, and they are coming around, and the Most High is like, okay, so what happened, guys? Why isn't this privileged lady in the leadership role? And they have to explain themselves why they felt it was okay to strategize against a beautiful, loving empress who is a shining, privileged lady who loves. Why did they think it was okay to teach people how to make her on, how to put her on overload, how to just oppress her? They bound themselves to commitments, which caused a nightmare for her. But now everything's being returned, and they don't have the protection of the Most High. They didn't get the path. They didn't get the gift. They've been discovered for what it is they've been doing. And they're furious because they ran out of time. She survived. She survived the illness that they dumped on her. She survived it. And even while she was confused, she was praying. She was praying for clarity. And it could be that those prayers were heard. Somebody was sitting there and they're like, oh yeah, I hear that, right? And so now she's getting her reunion. Like, it could be that maybe there's a person who recognized her frequency when she was out here popping off on all these ideas. Maybe somebody from the history remembered her. They're like, hey, I'm picking up on that frequency. And so they found her, even though all of these ones were wearing masks and stuff, trying to bury her light, her shine, to bury her. They wanted her in a fate of natural disaster. They were using divination tools to spy upon her and to cause her natural disasters, to keep her occupied with the need to survive, so that she couldn't actually go out and share any of her inner wisdoms. They wanted her blessings so that they could go on an adventure. And she's okay. Justice is going to be served. They're protesting. They collaborated against her, and now they're all protesting. They're protesting because there's evidence of what they did. They worked hard in many different fields, in many different ways, to try to steal this gift through conflict. To try to steal her wealth and her eternal love. She's a beautiful person who has this coming to her from the Most High. And they wore masks. And they did dark, shady shit in the darkness. Praying to lower vibrational entities, wearing masks, pretending to be her. So that, and she was blind. She had no idea this was happening. But they were pretending to be her, and they were blaming all of these horrible things on her in the astral realms. And then people were looking at her like she was nothing but a big bitch. How dare she can't come into this powerful position? Look what she's doing. Well, it was all lies. They were wearing masks. They were pretending to be her. They were doing witchy shit, thieving, trying to thieve her role. They wanted to martyr her and eliminate her while having everybody. They were bribing people to come against her, tricking people. And I imagine that they were doing mental magic on these people too. I imagine that they were utilizing that to try to glamour or whatever, skew their perspective. Because it was a powerful and potent spell against her. Very dangerous. And yeah, man, they're not high honor. They're withdrawing. They tried to martyr her because she gained her freedom. She gained her freedom, and she's a free person, and they tried to martyr her. That's what they're doing right now in the center of this reef. They're trying to martyr a shining, privileged lady who is a Queen of Pentacles and has a very serious connection to spirit. She's attracted to relationships that serve her highest good. It could be that she's turned these people down, that she refused to work with them, that she refused to have anything to do with them. And it could be that they're like really pissed off because they see that she's coming into this great fortune, that she's free, and this witch is frightened. They're really frightened. They did too much, bringing adversity to this woman, trying to steal her path. They are in a state of indecision now. They don't know what to do. They're frightened. They're depressed. They're paranoid. Oh, a whole bunch came out. Oh my goodness. What do we got here? So we've got courage, Ace of Pentacles, real estate, partnership, mega project. They're healthy. They've got their health. They're courageous. And they live a life of gratitude. And they do whatever is necessary to nourish the creative aspects of their mind. They're all about being the best version that they can be. Inwardly, they're focused on improving self from day to day in a state of gratitude. This is part of their self-care routine, part of taking care of their health, their mental health, their energetic health. And these ones here were bringing conflict. They wanted the prize that comes with the work of inner harmony, of balancing the shadow, of knowing thyself. But they didn't want to ever know themselves. They just wanted to bring conflict and steal the reward. They're suffering a loss. They very well could have lost an actual pet. They're under judgment. They wanted to stunt the growth of this main female, this privileged lady. They wanted to stop her growth. They wanted her stuck in a state of drama, refusing to listen to anybody. They wanted her completely shut down and stunted. They wanted to bring her so much drama that she would shut out the world and minimize herself. They're going to be experiencing a death. And that's the challenge, isn't it? In these heart shatterings and these mind shatterings and these events that go on in our life where the unseen enemy infiltrates the minds of the ones we love, and something happens and it completely shatters our world. And this is very intentional. And we get damaged by this, right? And the goal and the challenge is to remain heart open, to remain open to love, to give love another chance, regardless of how many times it fails, to know that it exists without a doubt because it's in you. And if it weren't in you, then you might question it. But because it's so strongly inside of you, you know it's out there. And that all this bullshit is nothing more than a manipulation. The truth is inside of you. Love exists. It's very real. This drama and this conflict and all this other shit, this is just a smokescreen to make you believe that it doesn't exist. And sometimes we get so wrapped up in the fright of it. And we feel so lonely and disconnected. And so overwhelmed that we might fall into the belief that it doesn't exist. And that's why knowing self is so important, because it is the seed that the Most High gave us, planted inside of us. This seed that these ones don't want to grow. They don't want to grow. No. And through adversity, they minimize you and punish you. And you're this innocent sweetness who just wants to love and be loved. And they give you conflict and loss, time and time again, stripping you of your peace. But you know what? These ones, they're going to be stripped of their peace. They're vain. They're facing poverty. And now their peace is going to be stripped from them. Vain, facing poverty, and now their peace is disappearing. You are here, you're making difficult decisions, balancing your options. You've got to make some choices, okay? You have this beautiful relationship coming in. And it's not just a relationship, it's a promise. It's a promise. You know, these ones, they have really tarnished the idea of relationship. They have tarnished the reputation of the divine feminine and the divine masculine through this absurdity. So you're making decisions and you're planning for your future, and you've got this beautiful promise here. You're an empress. You survived. Even though you didn't have anybody helping you for the longest time, you survived, and you are coming into a gift. You're getting a reward. You remained honest. You didn't lie on anybody. You didn't trick yourself, and you didn't tell yourself that you were this or that and then try to force the world to support that idea. You recognize this love within you, and you clung to it. And in so doing, you strengthened your connection to the Most High, to the divine. The world wanted to shut you out and leave you alone and withdrawn and separated. But all it really did was force you inside to that seed of love, which grew and then opened up this channel to the divine. It actually forced you into expanding this connection with the higher realms. When they tried to squash you and eliminate you, your spirit, your soul, chose expansion instead. And it was an inward expansion. Nobody could see it. To the outside world, you might have looked like you were in hermit mode, that you were alone, that they may have thought they succeeded because you may have stopped dating. You may not have gone out with your friends. You may just be a homebody, not doing anything. And they may have thought that they successfully dimmed your light, dimmed your shine, so that you would not be seen. This wise guy is here. He lost all of his wealth. He's strategizing on a way to put stress over these divine unions. So, Spirit, how is this going to work out for this wise guy? How's the sabotaging of the divine unions going to work out for this wise guy? We've got friendship, and then we've got empathy in the reverse. He's not able to see both sides of a situation, or maybe his friends no longer see his side of the situation. His friends are no longer supporting him. They're no longer, they no longer have empathy for his side of the story, or whatever story it was that he spun to give him an excuse to behave in this manner. His friends no longer believe in that story. They no longer care about what he has to say. He has a lack of will. He's in resentment. He wants to restore control. He has to be seen. He's dreaming of being seen a certain way. He's wearing a personality. He's like, okay, what personality do I need to wear? He wants to make an appearance. And he's pondering what personality he needs to wear in order to gain this sudden wealth. Who does he need to be? How does he need to present himself? He's this devil in the reverse. He wants to restore control. He wants to know, what personality do I have to wear? He's dreaming about it. How can I spin this illusion? He's strategizing. He wants to interfere with these relationships. He wants to bring stressful circumstances to these divine unions, and he's strategizing hard. He's got it in his head. He can't stop thinking about it. He wants this wealth. He's not disciplined. He's obsessed, but he's not disciplined. He doesn't know how to manifest. All he knows how to do is pretend and be a fraud and step into somebody else's role, but he doesn't possess the depth and the resilience and the necessary oomph required to support this blessing. They lack the internal fortitude and the wisdom and the heart to manage a prize like this, a gift like this. They can't manage it. They don't have the stability within themselves to manage such an awesome gift. And you can see it by the previous cycle. The people who have been in charge and who have been having all of the wealth, look what they've been doing to the planet. They've been killing everything, and they've been getting wealthier and wealthier. And then they tell the people who are actually doing the work that they have to go eat bugs. They're not even capable of generating this wealth, let alone managing the divine inheritance that the Most High has bestowed upon those who have proven themselves capable of managing their own internal shit in a harmonious and balanced way, so that they don't spew destructive word magic and activities into the collective to bring destruction to it. The people who get the gift are the creators who are able to maintain inner harmony, and they have risen above sufficient challenges, and they have worn the cloak and the clothes of those who are in very atrocious positions, like prostitution, alcoholism, drug addiction, homelessness. These positions, which appear as though people are completely lost and hopeless, this person, he trades, see, he's wearing this beautiful suit and he's got this beautiful smile, but that suit doesn't belong to him. That suit belongs to the homeless person. That personality is the vitality that they siphoned off of that life. It's not this. So they're being disconnected. The home front, the home base is like, you're disconnected. And this is going to stop. And they're in a state of doubt. They're in a state of doubt. This woman here, she may be in communication with the home front, and she knows that she's got this expectation. The home front, she's been in communication with them perhaps, and they know that it's going to stop. They're going to stop this. They're stopping this. She releases the need to know all the answers. She trusts it. She doesn't have any doubt. She just, whatever doubt there is, she releases the need to know all the answers. But this person who's being disconnected, they're just now coming into this doubt. They're contemplating, they're meditating, they're trying to reevaluate. They want the answers. They're full of doubt. They're in grief. They're full of grief because this person who is full of love is trusted. Those people on the home front trust her. And these ones, they have to surrender their need to control her because she's in service to others, and she's balanced, and she has a healthy self-esteem. Okay, and these ones are guilty of trying to steal her abundance by bringing her adversity. That's all this was. That's all this was. They tried to slander her character because they wanted what the divine was giving her. So they tried to destroy her. I guess this is a testimony as to the connection with the Most High. I mean, these ones gave it everything they had, right? I mean, they came at her with everything, and it wasn't just one or two. It was an entire collective of people coming against coming against these two people. Relationships that serve the higher good. Shiny, faithful relationships that are abundant, that are free, that are fortunate. This person is going to change the world. Not by, I don't think by anything that they do in particular, but by simply being an example. And what's beautiful about this is that this empress lives within the heart of every female. And she may even live within the heart of every masculine, because all of us have both masculine and feminine qualities. And so the beautiful story of this beautiful empress, this privileged lady who is just a shining one, coming into this divine union, who is innocent, is the story of everyone who has been suffering this previous cycle. And so we are over an hour. I'll cut this one short, and I'll see you on the next one, everyone.